What is up, guys, and welcome back to another TBC Classic Goldmaking video. So today we're checking out my investments so far in TBC Classic. Basically, this is something I've done before in Classic WoW as well, and what we are doing is investing in items early in the expansion, and then selling it later on whenever it's worth more. So for those of you who don't know or didn't watch me back in Classic WoW, I made the majority of my gold in Classic WoW by investing, because you can basically, you know what the content is like, you know what the content phases are like, and you know when which raids are coming out, and you can basically predict which items will be worth the most, and when they will be worth the most as well. So in TBC Classic, we basically know exactly what's coming, and when it's coming out as well, so you can predict when certain stuff will be in demand, and also when things will not be in demand. So to give you guys a very simple explanation about this, right now we have way less gold in circulation in TBC Classic than we will in, for example, Phase 4 or Phase 5. First of all, because of inflation, people farm more direct gold. You have like 200 gold per hour raw gold inside Stratholme as a Prot Paladin, and to top all of that off as well, people have now spent about 6,000 gold each on epic flying, which means there's a massive gold drain as well, or gold sink, so there will naturally be way less gold in circulation in the game, which causes the prices of pretty much everything to go down, as there's less gold in the game, and the prices of things that are selling on the auction house will pretty much always be determined on how much gold is in circulation. So I want to show you guys a couple of things you can invest in, and then I'll show you exactly what I've done so far myself, because my investments are kind of boring, but the things I have been investing in are almost guaranteed to succeed. But I want to show you guys some speculative ones as well. So a couple of things you can invest in that I've chosen not to invest in, because, well, I don't think they are as high of a chance of success as the ones that I've put my gold into, but you can definitely invest in these as well, and they could give you huge returns on your investments. And those are basically reputation items while leveling. So for example, Sanguine Hibiscus. You also have strange spores, fertile spores, you have glow caps, you have Boglord tendrils. You pretty much have all of those things. You have Sunfury signets, you have Firewing signets, all of the Eldor and Squire stuff, as well as Sporegar stuff as well, and even Cenarian Expedition stuff as well. All of those things can go up in price, and the reason they are cheap right now is because there's less gold in the game itself, plus a lot of people are leveling both mains and alts right now, so there's more of these items in the game, and there's also less gold in the game, so the prices will be down, and later on they should probably go back up. I've chosen not to invest too much into reputation items and stuff like that, simply because I have a different plan this time around. You can also see that I have a ton of random herbs over here, and that is because the price of herbs has been going down a lot, and I've just been farming them. So instead of selling them for a bad price, I'm just going to keep them. And for example, the Nightmare Vines are used in crafting certain flasks, so whenever people start using flasks, I think the price of Nightmare Vines should go up a little bit, which is why I'm not selling those. And for these ones right here, they're worth nothing anyway, so really no point in selling those. One thing you will see though is a lot of flame caps. I can't be bothered counting how many there is, because I have several characters that will log on to today and check out the investments, but this is like my random character. I just buy stuff on this one. It's my gold making characters. I do my cancel scans on this one, I check out the prices on this one, and I do my selling as well on this character. So I just store things at random over here, but I do have a ton of flame caps. So with that being said, this is my first bank character. I have some scrolls as well, I have some meat. Meat is one more thing you can invest in right now that should go up in price over time, because they are used in crafting raid food for stat buffs, and right now pretty much no one is using those because the raids are fairly simple. But whenever raids either get more difficult or people start caring about their parses, then the prices of meat and anything that will increase raid DPS should go up. So before I log on to my next character, I want to talk about the one item you can see that I've been investing in, which is Flame Cap. So why am I investing in Flame Cap? Well, these bad boys have a chance to strike a ranged or melee target for 40 fire damage whenever you hit them. Also, they increase your fire spell damage by up to 80. So basically these are useful for everyone. Melee people definitely want to use them just for, or melee and ranged can strike for an extra 40 damage. It's not too much, but it will give you that extra 1 to 2% damage over time. And if you're a combat rogue, you can use this one, as well as Blade Flurry and a haste potion, because this item right here, it does not share a cooldown with a potion, so you can pop this one with a haste potion and Blade Flurry. You will hit super fast and get several strikes of the flame capped proc. For warlocks as well, you get extra fire damage, and for mages, you also get extra fire damage. And basically, I've spoken to a couple of my friends that are playing on Voldemort servers, or servers that shall not be named, and these bad boys right here are still useful even in Wrath of the Lich King. So, unless Blizzard changes something, which I don't think they will, I don't see any reason why they would, these bad boys should be worth it long term. They should definitely go up in price throughout TBC Classic, and if nothing else, they will still be useful in Wrath as well. So let's go on to my second character and start looking at my real investments. So this right here is my Solheim Huddle character, and basically you can see I have a ton of different things. It's basically my random character right here, but the one thing you will see is all of my mana thistles. These bad boys are selling for 15 gold each on my server right now, so every single stack right here is 300 gold. So there's too many. There's a lot of them. I've invested in a ton of mana thistle. I've been farming a ton of them as well, so I probably bought half of them and farmed the other half. I've been buying them for between 6 and 10 gold. I've never bought them for more than 10 gold, but between 6 and 10, and now they are always 15 plus. You also see some flame caps over here as well. You see some Nightmare Vines that are once again used in flasks later on. You see some Nether Bloom that I've just been keeping, because the price has gone down. Fell Lotus will also be useful later in the expansion, once again thanks to flasks. So I'm keeping those as well. They're worth about 15 gold each on my server right now. Anywhere between 10 and 15. The price keeps going up and down all the time, but 10 to 15. So between 200 and 300 gold for every single stack of those. And I've also been keeping a couple of scrolls. These scrolls can be really useful. The protection one is really useful. Agility ones are incredibly useful. And the spirit ones as well. The intellect ones are not too useful themselves, but I've just been keeping those as well. But the one that you will see the most demand for is the agility one. It increases your damage, and it doesn't stack with any of the class buffs either. So the agility ones will definitely be useful. And I've been buying them for between 1 to 1 gold 50 each, and now they are already up to 5 gold per scroll. So if I just sell them now, I'm basically making a 300% on my investment, but I'm just going to keep them for later phases, because I don't see any reason why these bad boys should not just keep pumping and keep going up in price. So let's go to my bag as well. You can see a ton of primals. I've just been putting gold into primals, because I do think primals should retain their value throughout TBC. So I've picked a couple of the cheap ones that have been going down in price, because a lot of people are farming them right now, and they will pretty much always be in demand. So Primal Air is one I've chosen. I've got this one for 19 gold each, so I've just been buying those as well. I guess we can go and check the price of them right now as well, since I didn't do that on my other character. But I've been buying Primal Air for 19 gold each, and Primal Air for 29 gold each. The one investment that I might be regretting right here is the Primal Fire, because the second people get their Spellcloth set and Spellfire set, they might have a lot less use for the Primal Fire themselves, but I just thought 30 gold is way too cheap, so I just bought a couple, and I'm just going to hold them. So they're still around the same price. I think whenever inflation starts doing its job, you should see a higher price as well. And for the Primal Air, hopefully it's gone up in price. It's gone up a slight bit. I bought these for 19 gold each, so starting to make some profit. And for the Primal Earth, I'm just keeping those, like Primal Earth and Primal Life. I haven't been investing in those, but I'm just keeping them for my farming sessions, because I think they will go up in price. And so far, I'm really happy with the Primal Life. I might actually sell those off, depending on the price right now. but last time I checked they were like 10 gold each, so let's go and check right there. Yeah, they're 13 gold each. When I was farming them, they were worth 5 gold each, so I didn't really see any point in selling them. But right now, I can actually sell them and make a lot of gold, so I might do that. I also have some fire blooms that I saved from Classic WoW that I will sell later, probably in phase 3 or phase 4. Okay, so right here we have another one of my hold characters, and basically my bank is pretty messy, you can see that. I have tons of scrolls. Once again, we're looking at flame caps. So basically right here we have some Ravager meat that I've just been farming and keeping. We have tons of scrolls of agility, some of strength, protection, spirit, and a lot more agility. So keeping all of those right there, some more agilities right here as well. We have 60 primal fires, 70 primal air, 1 primal life, 3 primal earth. We have some mana thistle. We have a ton of fell lotus, because I truly do think that the Fell Lotus will go up in price, because they're so rare to obtain, and when people start making flasks, they should definitely go up in price. And you can also see, once again, we have a ton of flame caps. So to give you guys an idea of how much gold these flame caps are, it's not as much as you might think. I've been buying flame caps for between 1 and 1 gold 70 each, so every single stack right here has pretty much been costing me about 35 gold, maybe, like up to 35 gold per stack, so it's not too much. But if they don't change anything, then the price of these bad boys could definitely skyrocket in later phases of TBC Classic. So it costs me almost nothing to put some gold into this investment, and if the price skyrockets, then I will make a lot more gold than the gold I put into it. I've also put some safety gold into both Mana Thistle that you saw from my previous character, as well as Fell Lotus across both of these characters, so I'll probably definitely make profit either way. And then you also have the flame caps that could make me a lot of gold, depending on how things go. So we do have 2 more characters. They're kind of just throwaway characters that I'm just using right now for some extra bag space, and whenever I buy some more investments, I'm just going to send them to those. It's not too much gold, but it's a little bit, so we'll go and check those as well. So extra character number 1 is called Solheim Store, and the only thing I really have on this one that is of any worth at all is 7 Primal Earth, 11 Mana Thistles, 3 Fell Lotus, and then some Nightmare Vines as well as Nightmare Vine Seeds. That's pretty much everything. I've been sending some cloth to this character as well, just to use it as storage, so I don't sell my cloth, but I'm going to use it on my tailorer later on, so I'm just going to keep them for now and send them to my tailor whenever I start leveling up tailoring. I've also kept this 1 green item because it has defense rating, which can be useful for certain tanks in certain scenarios. And then the last character for today is this one right here, which is pretty much another kind of throwaway character that I've just been sending stuff to, called Solheim Herbs. So we have some Primal Life, we have some Primal Earth as well. We have almost 60 Mana Thistles, which is worth almost about 600 to 700 gold right there. We have some Fell Lotus, even more Nightmare Vines, and Nightmare Vine Seeds. And that's pretty much everything. So that's pretty much all of my investments so far in TBC. I do have about 10,000 gold invested from Classic WoW as well that I've shown you guys in previous videos. I could make an updated video on that as well if there's any interest in that, so let me know in the comments down below. Pretty much all of my investments so far has been in Mana Thistles, Flame Caps, Fell Lotus, and Scrolls of Agility. Those are my 4 main items that I think will almost guaranteed go up in price, and Mana Thistle and Fell Lotus I think will almost guaranteed double in price. Then the Scrolls of Agility has a lot more room to improve. It can go a lot up in price, can go up to 10 gold per scroll if we're lucky. And same with flame caps as well. These could become worth 10 gold per flame cap. You never really know, it all depends on whether or not Blizzard decides to change the flame cap, which I don't see why they should. They didn't do that back in the day, and even on P servers, Voldemort servers, servers that shall not be named, whatever, they are still worth a lot, even in Wrath. So unless nothing changes right here, it's a really safe investment that could make me a lot more gold or return on my investments. So those are the things that I'm mostly focusing on right now. These 4 items right here: Scrolls of Agility, Flame Cap, Mana Thistle, Fell Lotus. you also have the additional things as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is about a 10,000 gold investment, maybe 15k so far. Hopefully I make some gold on these investments, time will show. I really love investing in TBC and Classic WoW as well. It's such a fun way to make gold because you don't have to farm for it. Well, you do have to farm for the starter gold, but once you do have gold, you can just play the auction house, play the investment game, and you could basically multiply the gold that you currently have by putting your gold into the right things. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like on it down below if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment as well, subscribe for more TBC Classic content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.